Yo, what is up, my dudes? My name is Storm Rose, and on this channel we put what's in here out there, and today is a vlog. So, you may have perhaps seen my quarantine video, and if you haven't, check it out perhaps, or just chill here. But anyways, I'm back home now at my grandmother's house, and I currently am eating. I just made a tuna. I love tuna sandwiches. Yeah, I made a tuna sandwich with some apple bits. Still eating the rest of the apple, but Emmy's magical readathon video came up. And I've heard about it before, and I followed the Twitter at some point, never actually paying attention to it. But now that I'm home and I can read all the time, might just have to do that. So now I'm currently trying to catch up with all of her, what's her name, Book Roast? Trying to catch up with all of her announcement videos to see what's going on, but fun times. So maybe I will get to do a readathon. So, it is finally Saturday, so I can stop freaking out about classes all the time. But it's the 28th, and the the owls don't start until April 1st, which I think there's only 30 days in March, right? Oh, is there 31? Oh boy. I'm gonna have to wait 3 more days for it to start. There is 31. Geez, so I have 3 more days until the owls start, which means I need to read. So I had the Night Circus, and I was halfway through that, and it was supposed to be due today, so I was gonna like try and blast through it, but it returned itself when I was still supposed to have like 12 hours left, but that's fine. But it had said that there was like another person waiting because I wanted to renew the loan, and then I couldn't because I didn't, because it's like you have other patrons waiting, so they wouldn't be able to do that. And then when I saw that I'd returned it, it already had borrow on it. Like, it wasn't even to put a hold, it was just borrow. So I borrowed it back. So I still have that for 21 days now. So I don't need to like stress about finishing it, but I'm probably going to try and finish it before the Owls. Anyways, but I only have 2 days left on the Darkest Minds. I thought I would have it for a couple days in the Owls, so that could be like the first one I read and I could blow through it. But since I only have 2 days left, that means it'll be returned before the Owls, and that one is like high demand. Like, it's very unlikely that I would get it back. So, and I was really twisting the prompt for that one because it's the Mimbus Mimbletonia prompt, where it's supposed to be, it starts with an M, and I changed it to like M in a title because I wanted to make all the ones that I had on my Libby fit. But if it's only going to be there for 2 days, so I can just finish it before the Owls, blast through that one instead of the Night Circus, and then pick out a book that actually starts with an M that's like available to be rented on Libby. So I think we're going to do that. But today I was supposed to have my friend Eris come over, even though it's quarantine, because she's a nurse, so she's essential personnel or whatever, and she's been tested, so we know that she doesn't have the corona. So she was supposed to try and come over because she's kind of been losing her mind, and she wanted to come hang out. But there's supposed to be like a crazy storm tonight, like storm. But like, we've been on an severe thunderstorm warning for like last night. It was crazy, but there's supposed to be another like blast coming through tonight, so she's gonna come tomorrow, I think. And my dad was gonna come too. He's gonna bring like that dad and my sister and my brother and Tammy all over to come hang out, so we could all get like pizza together, because you know, you're supposed to be spending time with your family or whatever. And he was gonna come over, but now he's not because of the rain, so I guess he's coming over tomorrow too. So tomorrow looks like it might be pretty busy, which means today I'm just gonna be like chilling out, watching YouTube. I'm trying to upload my I've been trying to upload my Owls TBR since like midnight last night, and it's just now finally like getting finished processing. I'm like, are you kidding? It takes so long. Crazy. But anyways, that should be going up today, and I'm not sure if I want to pin it on my Twitter yet though, because I just pinned the one from quarantine. I'll tweet about it, but I don't think I'll pin it yet. I'll pin it later. Maybe like once it starts, or like the day before. Give it 2 days. Yeah. Okay. But anyways, just want to give you a little update, tell you what I'm reading. So I am going to be reading The Darkest Minds. I was reading Night Circus, but we're going to put that off for a little bit until I can get through The Darkest Minds. And if I get through The Darkest Minds before the Owls start, then I will try and finish Night Circus, which should be tolerable. Like, it should be something I can do. So, but I think for a little bit before I start on The Darkest Minds, I'm going to watch some YouTube. Okay. So there's been a lot of weird stuff happening to me lately, like funky, freaky, creepy, all sorts of whatnot, especially with like technology, and we're not even in Mercury retrograde right now, and with the thunderstorm going on and everything, and like just the stuff that's happened today. Like, I'm not gonna get into it right now, but I'm gonna do a little reading to see what's up. Just pull a couple cards, not even like a specific like layout or anything, but I just, something feels off, and that was fast. And it's not just the corona, you feel? Let's see, got the 5 of Cups. This is the Crystal Visions Tarot deck, if you're curious. Let's see. And I really am still like pretty new with my tarot, so I definitely have to look it all up still, but okay, so it came up upside down when I grabbed it. I don't always read reversals. I kind of read what the card is and see what best applies to the situation, to see what I think the card was intended to be. And I think this one is intended to be a reversal because of if you saw my quarantine video, again, mentioning it again, but I was talking about how I had a pessimistic attitude and I'm turning it back around, and this card is basically all about, like, if it's normal is having a pessimistic attitude and, you know, feeling loss and lack of fulfillment and everything, and being blind to what's being offered to you. And then reversed, it's letting go of the past and appreciating the lessons learned, recognizing what's being presented to you to allow you to move onward, which makes sense because I just hit that. But I'm asking specifically about the funky stuff that's been happening, not just my life, but like the technology, mostly, like not even like just electricity and all my tech, and I left the explaining card in there. Here she is. I don't know, stuff's just been funky. I want to know what's going on. There's been a couple things that are coming up. I just need some clarification, please. Oh, okay. Haha, the tower. I mean, it is reversed, but again, I don't always apply reversals. Depends on, it's the rest of the reading and the sun reversed. Maybe it's, maybe it's this way, and those ones aren't reversed. That one is. And I don't see how it applies to the question I was asking. Are you answering something else that a question I should be asking? Because you're confusing. Okay, well, the tower reversed does make sense, but the sun reversed. Am I being overconfident? About what? And if this is correct, then that means I'm being blind to the situation. But I thought that I just recognized the situation. Like just recently. Is there another situation? Or ill health. Oh, no. Ill health? And not being in control of the situation. Being aware that there's a situation, but not being able to do anything about it, and just having to push through. And ill health. I don't like that. What's that got to do with the technology? Calm and stable-minded. Refusing to see the problem at hand, therefore avoiding making a decision. 2 different paths she's facing. This may require some thinking. Yo, vlog. I love vlog. Hi, vlog. I did my makeup, if you couldn't tell, because I'm bored in quarantine. These wings are a lot more extreme than I intended them to be. I did yellow for my sunflowers. This is a Rue 21 shirt if you wanted to know. But, what was I saying? Oh, update on the Mimbus Mimbletonia, I think is what the challenge is called. But I rented out Moonstruck, which is like a little comic thing about like werewolves, I think. A little cute. I think it's gay. It's like the first volume. So I'm gonna read that for that instead. I got that on Libby. So I don't know if it's how comics work on Libby. I haven't actually checked out it. I don't know. I wonder if it's gonna be really weird to try and read comic on Libby. Hope not. But I did that. I'm just about to eat. I put off eating so I could film a my 2020 must reads book video because I didn't want to eat and like mess up my lipstick. I know, extra, but I wanted to get that done. I had an exam this morning. It was awful. It wasn't really actually that bad. It was pretty easy. She gave us 50 minutes to do it, and it only took me like 20. So hopefully I did good, but yeah, I still have the second half of that to finish, and then I need to figure out my discussion for environmental ethics, and I should also probably try and watch part of my Russian because we'll meet on Wednesday for our next like speaking portion thing. I love my Russian class. I'm so sad that they went online. Like, it's gonna be so much harder to learn Russian this way, and I miss seeing them, but like at least we still like have video chat classes for that class. I'd be sad if we didn't, because it's a really fun class. But so I should probably do that tonight too. And my philosophy professor, oh my god, thank you, Dr. Katayama. You're really, like, honestly kind of my hero today, because that class, philosophy of religion, was just not happening for me at home. It just was so, I missed the whole the whole point of philosophy to me was having the discussions with the other students and like seeing what they thought and like their interpretation of like the arguments and everything. That was like my favorite part. It was one of my favorite classes. And then coming to just read the chapter, post in the forum, write your paper. It was like, it took all of the life out of that class. And so he realized that a lot of people were struggling, and he made the rest of the readings optional because we've like basically hit all the ones that were like probably going to be necessary for us to write our papers. He dropped our final paper, so now we only have like 2 more papers that we have to do, and that's basically all we have to do for that class. And he extended the deadline for the current paper that we're supposed to be working on. Like, honestly, bless this man. I needed that. I was telling my grandparents the other day that I feel like I'm drowning in coursework because there's just so much to do now because we're not actually having the class. I'm gonna bring this over here because I'm cranking my neck. My tripod is too short. But, sorry if it's shaky. But, like, I felt like there was so much to do all the time. And, like, especially comparing it to, like, my friends who went to Toledo, like, they had maybe half the amount of work that we were having or less, and I don't know if that's just because they're like a public school or that's just how their classes were, or maybe they're better at time management. I don't know, maybe it's my fault that my classes seem to like kill me, which is entirely possible because I've never been good at time management. I mean, I'm not bad at it, but I'm not all that great, even though I try to be. Like, I do all this stuff to organize myself and it's hard, but oh, it's difficult, and I don't know. I just felt like I was getting a lot of coursework, and he cut it, like, substantially. Oh, also, a lot of our professors have actually been checking in with us, which is, like, I appreciate that a lot, and I think that's part of going to a private school is, like, having a smaller class number and, like, having a better connection with your professor so that they actually, like, care about you and what's happening. So, like, I've had 2 of my English professors like send out emails being like, hey, I know things are rough, if you need to talk to anybody, like, I want to hear about it, and they're like sending like little like pictures of their cats or like links and stuff to try and cheer everybody up. It's just so cute, and I love that. And then I also had my environmental ethics teacher ask how everyone was doing and if there's anything he could do to help. He's already being like really accommodating actually, but I told him that I struggle with online classes and I've never enjoyed them, and he sent me a link for an article with 8 strategies for getting the most out of an online class. And I was looking through it, and it says, you know, treat the online course like a real course. Like, I'm aware of that. I know that I should, and sometimes maybe I don't. And it's like, be aware that you're paying for this class still, which that might be enough motivation to get me going. And the third thing was to practice time management, which obviously, and it was like make note of like major assignments and stuff, and to create a weekly schedule. I might need to actually like assign certain times to actually do my work. I mean, it's kind of been basically the same time because I do it, I like start at like noon because I've been like either sleeping late or like just scrolling through TikTok and stuff in the mornings until like noon. So it's kind of been the same time mostly, but also I end up going until like midnight to try and get everything done because I don't exactly plan out what days to be doing things, so I need to try that. And then it said to create a regular study space and stay organized, but right now I can't do that because we're trying to do my room over there, and there's like other people's stuff in this room, so I don't have a desk right now. I just do all my work in my bed, which my brain does not like that at all. Like, I know that I should be using a desk, but I want to stay up here so I'm not like in the way downstairs or like asking them to be quiet or like needing them to turn off the TV or something, because they're going to be bored out of their mind too. They're quarantined also. So like I'm staying up here so I can get my work done and like be separate and like be in work mode, but I am still in my bed, so I kind of feel like I'm in chill mode. But once this like lockdown portion of the quarantine lifts, we should be able to like get my desk from my old house and bring that over and like finish the bed and get a mattress for that bed, and then I'll be like fully in that room probably. So, and since we're designing it ourselves, maybe the feng shui will work well with me. I mean, this room is good too, and like I love this bed. Like this room is amazing for sleep, but for actually getting work done, like I don't want to. Especially because we don't have sunlight. I don't know, something about like being in the gloom makes me the least productive ever. I don't want to do anything. Like, even my dreams, I was so out of it that I couldn't like I've started having more dreams lately, which is weird. I don't know what's making that happen, but like for the longest time I didn't have any dreams. But like being in this room, I've started having a bunch of dreams. Kind of weird. But I had a dream last night that I was like on a vacation with someone, or like us. It was like me and my sister Sydney, but then it was like another family had come and they had a baby, and I felt like I was drunk, but we hadn't drank. And so I was trying to take care of their baby because they had gone off to do something with the vacation, and I literally like couldn't even see the baby. Like, it was just like I was aware that there was like a blurred mass, and I was trying to take care of it and like put it in a crib and like do stuff with it. And the baby was like old enough to talk though. It was like a toddler. It was weird stuff, bro. But I couldn't even tell its like hands from its feet. And I was asking it, like trying to pick it up and stuff and being like, give me your hands, because it was old enough to talk, you know, it would listen. But then I couldn't feel that it was their hands, and then like I'd try and like grab them and they'd just be like laughing at me like I was doing something stupid. I don't know. It was kind of traumatizing, to be honest. And I woke up and I was like, I never want to feel like that again. I was like, ooh, I don't know. I felt wrong. It was weird. I hated it. But getting off topic, where did that come from? We're talking about regular study spaces. Anyways, sorry. But then it also said to eliminate distractions, which I'm pretty good at doing that, about being like, okay, you're working right now, don't do anything else. And like using music to make sure that I have like something happening to like make my mind not be like, you know what I mean? It's funny how bad I am at using words for someone whose entire life is built off of words. They always sound better coming from my hands than from my mouth. So, it says figure out how you learn best, which I'm aware that I learn best from lecture. Which is part of the reason why online classes literally kill me, is because like I retain the most information. The classroom experience is how I learn. And I don't have that now. So I'm kind of losing my mind. Like, I can't, it's so hard for me to retain stuff. Thankfully for like my environmental issues class, we do have the lady who reads her slides, but I really wish it was our professor who read the slides instead of whoever was pre-recorded and like put on that website that we do our homework on, because this lady's voice literally just puts me to sleep. Like, you saw the video of me trying to watch them, and I fell asleep. Like, but Anyways, I have food to eat, so I'm gonna go ahead and go. And I made this video so long. Hopefully it doesn't make the vlog too long. Now, I'm gonna eat and try and read more of The Darkest Minds. Okay, final update. Sorry I didn't actually set up the camera, but I'm just like comfy right now. And I just got out of the shower, that's why my hair looks like this. Anyways, today is the 31st, so figure this would be a good place to end the vlog. That way the next I can do like owls vlogs. So last night I stayed up until 5 a.m. trying to finish Darkest Minds because I didn't read it like during the day when I was going to, because I'm dumb. And I got like 70% done, and then I could have finished it had I stayed up until like 8, but I was like, I'm tired. So I did not finish it. And I got the Night Circus back. I think I said that in the last clip, I'm not sure, but I decided that I'm gonna make the Night Circus my like read it mostly at night book, since I think you're supposed to have a book for each class, even though that one wasn't like necessarily like a book prompt. So, and I already have it rented anyway, so it needs to get read. So I'm just gonna put that with that. But anyways, with that, I bid you adieu till the next howdy do. Peace. See ya.
Intelligence. Nothing has caused the human race so much trouble as intelligence.